Namaste. Narayanam Padmabhavam Vasishtam Shaktincha Tatputra Parasharamcha Vyasam Shukam Gaudapadam Mahandam Govinda Yogindra Matasya Shishyam Sri Shankaracharya Matasya Padmapadam Cha Hastamalagam Cha Shishyam Tam Todagam Vartigakaramanyan Asmadgurum Sandadamanatosmi. Salutations to Guru Parambara. Another Guru Parambara stotra is Sada Shiva Samarambham Shankaracharya Madhyamam Asmat Acharya Paryandam Vande Guru Parambara. Our ancient teachings all were like this, connecting to the Guru Parambara, invoking the blessings. So whenever we do spiritual, by spiritual, even normal ventures, anything you do, we always invoke the Guru. So when you say Guru, the person who is in front of us, who is now here. So when we salute the Guru, prostrate or offer our salutations, it is not to that person, but we are connecting to the Guru Parampara, unbroken chain. Is the lineage of Gurus we are saluting. So with this understanding, only learnings were taking place. And today, anyway, there is time for me. Then last night I thought, let us understand little about this. The first day when we started the program on Guru Purnima, I explained the meaning of this sloka. I'll repeat for the newcomers. See, it's all the stories of Advaita masters like Shankaracharya and much beyond. So the meaning of the sloka is, in the beginning, there was only Shiva. That is the eternal consciousness, the first Guru. Then Narayana floated in the ocean of consciousness with the support of Adishesha, who is Adishesha, otherwise known as Anandana, Ananta, thousand-hooded, we say thousands like Sahasrara. Okay. The symbol of awareness, who Adishesha. So when Narayana experienced oneness with the consciousness around him, Lord Brahma, the creative instinct of the universe, was born. How the creation has happened, as per scriptures. Thereafter, Lord Brahma turned into many forms. So Shiva, Narayana, Brahma, the subtle energies governed the working of the creation. Then a Manasaputra was born, that is nothing but individual consciousness out of Brahma's consciousness. His name was Rishi Vasishta, the most enlightened of human beings. And Rishi Vasishta only taught about the Brahma Vidya, we can say, or about the nuances of life to none other than Lord Sri Rama. He guided about mind and all that. Okay. The dialogue between Vasishta and Sri Rama, that is known as Yoga Vasishta. This book, thousands were there, but it all lost. But few survived, some 180, 190 something are available. So it's a treatise on the illusionary nature of the world. So Advaita, about Advaita. Then, so Padmabhavam, Narayanam, then Padmabhavam, that is Brahma, then Vasishta, then from Vasishta's child is Shakti, Shaktinja, then Tatputra Parashara, Parashara Maharshi came. So like that the knowledge came. Then from Parashara's son only, most of us will be knowing, Vyasa, who wrote Mahabharata and 18 Puranas, et al., everything. So very famous. So then Vyasa child was Shuga. That is also another story, I think I told in the first time. Shuga means actually parrot. So once Shiva was talking to Parvati about the knowledge. Then it's a story maybe, but look at the essence of it, how Shuka was born. For that, let us connect. Then it appears, Parvati dozed off. Then this parrot was sitting nearby and listening. So the parrot saw that Parvati Devi was sleeping. So this parrot was giving the affirmative noise when Shiva was talking. Yeah, we say, yeah. So it was going on. So when he finished talking, Shiva looked at, then found Parvati was sleeping. Then he wanted to catch Shuka. The Shuka flew to Vyasa's hermitage. So then Vyasa told Shiva, please save him. And he took refuge there. The Shuka lived there and entered into the womb of Vyasa's wife. And Shuka never wanted to come to this world because he knew the illusionary nature of the world, having heard Shiva himself. And 6 years in the womb, then he came out. He was the Shukacharya or Shuka Maharshi, and Janaka, Shuka, you might have heard. So like this, children only came up to Shuka, but from Shuka, then became only disciples. No more in that, because earlier days, father, son, like that, there are so many rishis. Father was the Guru. Even our tradition, actually, father only give the Vidyabhyasa, Aksharabhyasa to the child. Because father is known, particularly in the Brahmins. That's why Brahmana, Brahma Vidya, who knows is called Brahmana. Okay, not by just calling by the caste. So, then who came? From Parashara, Vyasa, Shuka. Then, after Shuka, Shishya was Gaudapada. Gaudapadam, Mahandam, Govinda, Yogindra, Madasya Shishyam. Then Gaudapada, then Govindapada, then his Shishya is Shankaracharya. Then Shankaracharya Shishyas, Padmapadam, then Hastamalagam, his Shishya, Todakacharya, Todakam, then Vartigakara, otherwise known as Sureshacharya. Like that. Asmat Guru, then whoever is our Guru, like that only learning came. Now here, one interesting aspect is there. About Shankaracharya's Guru, much is not known. The Govindapada, his Guru. And Govindapada's Guru was Gaudapada. Here there is a connection between Patanjali Maharshi and Shankaracharya or Gaudapada. This story you must know. Very important. So these are all, unless we know, how do we impart to our children? Very interesting, and how great things have happened. Our history book, unfortunately, has not given any of these things. Only later all fighting and this and that, flimsy little things. Okay. So, how this Gaudapada, not much is known, but something is known to that extent, what has survived from that. You know, Shankaracharya's birth, all of you would have heard, in Kerala, the place called as Kaladi. Shiva Guru and mother was what is her Amba, we call as, you know, Okay, it will come. The names I am forgetting. It's okay. But the Shiva Guru was teaching, that is Vidya, to children. No? So then a thought came that, to her, to his wife, that is Shankara's mother, they want a child. So that he understood. So in one day, one Swapna, a dream, Shiva came and asked him, what kind of child you want? Like Markandeya, whether you want a learned, wise child who will live only short period, or you want a long life like that, but he may not be wise. But here, unlike Markandeya's parents, he did not answer. He got up and consulted Aryamra. Okay. Then they did not decide. What they thought, unlike other people, I thought, anyway, God, Shiva is going to give a child. What type of child? Who am I to decide? Do I have a choice? When he gives, he knows what has to be given. Let him give whatever. Okay, like that. So next, another day in the Swapna, dream of his father, Shankara's father, he came and said, I myself will come to you as your child. Like that only Shankara was born. So that itself is great in the Kerala. So here the Veda Padashala was run by his father, and at that time there was a student also. Vishnu Sharma, one boy. He was 5 years older than our Shankaracharya. So he has recorded everything about Shankaras. So that came to be known as Chit Shankara Vijayam, Brihat Shankara Vijayam. So like that, other people have also noted about Shankara's sojourn. But this boy has written down. But unfortunately, again, full not recovered. But something came. So from that only authentic details are available about Shankaracharya. And he became the disciple of Shankaracharya himself, though elderly, 5 years older than him, physical level. Okay. Now, what is the connection between this Shankaracharya and our great Patanjali? Yogena chittasya padena vacham malam sharirasya cha vaidyakena yopakarotam pravaram muninam Patanjalim pranjaliranatos. The Patanjali Maharshi, again, we don't know much about when he lived, thousands of years, 1500 or 2000, whatever it is. It's not very clear. The Patanjali is none other than Adishesha. So he is the avatara of Adishesha. Adishesha wanted to teach about this eternity and spirituality, what we talk about today. So he came on earth as Patanjali, fell down, that's why Pata. And this Patanjali Maharshi was teaching Mahabhashya, a great commentary about Brahma Vidya, where you have already heard in another session of our Rajalakshmi, Chidambalam. Now today is known as Chidambaram. That is actually corroded. The name changed actually. Chidambaram. Originally it's Chidambalam. That place. So there he was teaching. So here, Patanjali, what he was teaching, not yoga here. Only ultimately everything, but Yogena Chittasya Padena Vacham. He purified the mind by yoga, and Padena Vacham. The language he purified by grammar. So the grammar is the oldest. Vyakarana. See, Vyakarana, we are all afraid. Very tough to understand. Any language for that matter. That's why we take the easiest language. But I took like that only Sanskrit instead of my medium of teaching in Malayalam. And that's why, thank God, today I could understand a bit of Sanskrit, that foundation. So Panini was the famous person those days. Whether Panini is Patanjali himself We are not sure. Even there is a saying like that. Some say like that. He is none other than Panini. So Panini or Patanjali. Patanjali was teaching Mahabhashya there. So this is the connection there with the Shankaracharya. How it will come, I will tell you. So when Patanjali was teaching there, he put condition, thousands of students were there. What he said, I'll put a curtain in front of me, wait. So anyone can ask any doubts during the session, but you should not lift the curtain. Why? Because he was the avatar of Adishesha. So once he opens the mouth, the poison will come. It will be so much. So all will finish. So with that understanding, he said, don't open. We did not say that, but he said, don't open. Any doubt is there, ask. Each one I will clarify. 1,000 people at a time. Simultaneously he could do it. He had the power. 1,000 faces, 1,000 students, no problem, separately. So like that, students started. So what happened was one student got curious when got a doubt, stood up and lifted the veil, the curtain. So what happened, poison, that air, So everybody vanished. So no students. So to whom to part? Brahmavidya, Mahabhashya, whom to give for the eternity? Patanjali. But he was happy. There was one person, one student, went out. So the condition was, you should not lift, and another thing, you should not get up in the middle. So this one student got up and he was little away for whatever reason. He was Gaudapada. Now in our sloka comes, Gaudapada after Shuka. So Patanjali was happy, all others vanished, one person is there. Oh, yes. So he has already got the Brahma Vidya. But what will happen is, if anybody violated this, so he got up, so he has also violated the rules. So they will become Brahma Rakshasa. Brahma Rakshasa, see, whether it is story or not, it has happened, it's all recorded. Like Betal, Baital or whatever you talk, hanging. So here the Brahma Rakshasa will be hanging on the tree, head down, like that. And what is the solace? How to come out of this curse? The Brahma Rakshasa, here he has to impart the knowledge, the right knowledge, the Brahma Vidya, Mahabhashya. He has to pass it on to somebody. So what? But it should be to the suitable person. Anybody cannot be given. Even Krishna says, don't teach to everyone, not to the fools. Shraddha Bhakti. How to test this? That is the beauty again here. So he became Brahma Rakshas, and Patanjali stopped teaching. And so Brahma Rakshas, that is, otherwise, Gaudapada, sorry. He was hanging. Then there was one Chandra Sharma. He wanted to go to Chidambaram and learn his Vidya from Patanjali. So he was coming from north. Then midway, he was walking. Then this Brahma Rakshas caught him. So whoever passes there, he'll catch. And he will test, like preliminary, need test and all that, what you talk about. Entrance test. How it was done. See, for every Sanskrit word, even other word, there is a root word. From that only comes. So he catches and he will test. Is Gaudapada, otherwise now Brahma Rakshas. So he catches Chandra Sharma and asks, he said, please leave me, I am going to Chidambaram, I want to learn. He said, before going there, answer me, I will teach you, be here first. I want to teach you. He never leaves, otherwise he will kill. That Brahma Rakshas will kill. So he asked, now the root word, when I say, like, we do quiz, Antaraksh, so many things. When you want to say one word, matching another should say, like that. So the root word, when Brahma Rakshas said, Bhuj, what is the answer? Bhukta. food. Okay. From Bhuj came Bhukta, Bhojanam, all those things. Okay. So Ranj said Rakta. Shanch, Shakta. Like that it went down. So like that, when he started, he says Pak. So immediately Pak. Only the answer will come for normal people, but it is wrong. See, in the quiz also we suddenly change, the word, so that you catch. Odd and even like that. So what is the right word? Pakwa. Pakwa means balanced, Pakwam. In all our southern languages and Hindi also it is there. So this Chandra Sharma says not Pakta. He said Pakwa. Oh, then he realized, he has attained Pakwata already, maturity. He is the right person whom I can impart. So he says, you be here, I will teach you before going to Chidambaram, Padanchali, be here. He forces him like that, though he has no alternative, he has to be there. Chandra Sharma, his mind was there, but he sits here and he learns. And how? He said, come on, write down now. Now how he is, because after this is given only, this Brahma Rakshas can get liberated, he becomes Gaudapada, back to human form again. So he get the chance now. And he gives the Vidya, how he writes? He takes the leaves from the nearby plants and write with the nail. You can imagine, it is said 11 days or 14 days he has done that. Mahabhashya, he wrote down. And by that time he was tired and it was over, and Gaudapada was happy. Now he says, my job is over, I am going. And he goes to Badrinath, north. And his story ends there as far as we are concerned. Then this Chandra Sharma was tired, and whatever he could catch it, he took all these manuscripts written in the leaves with the fingers, it was paining and he was tired, no food, nothing, 11 days or 14 days, whatever. Then he bundles with his cloth and he just walks, but he became tired and he fell down and sleeps under a tree. Then what happened? One lamb came and ate most of the leaves. See, imagine. So when he woke up, he found, in fact, he was not woke up actually immediately. He was sleeping. Then that one day, after this, one girl comes there and saw a beautiful person. He's tired and lying there. And there is again a big story about that itself. Who was this girl? Some say she was the daughter of the king there, and some say she was the daughter of a merchant or somebody there. In fact, the latter will only be more apt here, not the king's daughter. So this girl saw a beautiful young man. So she, with her assistance, carries him and takes to their place and give him, like we give massage and all that, first aid and all those things, give him bath and food and all that, then ask him who he is. Then he said, I want to learn Brahma Vidya and this is what has happened. So now he says, thank you for saving me, let me go. I want to go to Chidambaram. Then this girl said, no. Whether it is king's daughter or somebody's daughter, okay. Yes. So want to marry. So this girl's father, what to do? So king, he goes to the king. Come on, we'll go to king and we will decide. We will not leave you. After marriage, leave sometime, then you can decide what has to be done. But now, because you are such a knowledgeable person and beautiful person, the girl wants to marry you only. So like that. Then king looks at him. Then a thought came to him also. He wanted to marry his daughter. He was such a beautiful person and knowledge. So what happened? Ultimately, this merchant's daughter as well as king's daughter married. There was no other way. He has to accept it and lived there for some time. Then after a child was born or something, and he goes back to, not Chidambaram, but he got it already. He goes back to Badri to meet Gaudapada, his guru there. He said, I am going there. So he goes there. And this Chandra Sharma only came to be known as Govindapada. That's all known. Gaudapada not much, but Govindapada's story is this. And he is the guru of our Shankaracharya. See, Patanjali, Shankaracharya and Govindapada connection. So then he goes to Badrinath. Then from Badrinath, his guru, who was formerly Brahmarakshas, right? Govindapada, Gaudapada tells him, you go to Narmada and wait. There is a soul. Shiva himself has come on earth, a boy called Shankara now. He will come from Kaladi. You have to impart this Vidya to him. You wait, he will come there. So he sends him to Narmada. So Shankaracharya decides to in search of Guru. From Kaladi, he walks all the way to Narmada. The banks of Narmada, he comes, he meets him. Then he stays with him in the ashram hermitage there, and he is doing all the duties as a disciplined disciple to Govindapada. It goes on for some time. That's why I posted a Narmada Ashtagam in our group. I don't know, any of you have opened it. So there, one day, the Guru was meditating. The Narmada river, floods started coming. So this boy Shankara saw that is coming. Then he sings in praise of Narmada. See, now when flood comes, today, India, US, many places flood, when you say we are scared, we run away. So in that hermitage, all the goats and cows, all those things were taken to the safer places, etc. But Guru is there. So he is seeing. So the hermitage itself will be lost in the flood. So Shankara, he composes there and he calls Narmada Devi there. And that is how he composed the Narmada Ashtakam, the story behind this. So every poem or poetry or sloka, many things like Nirvanam, behind that there is a story. So something is known to us. So it's not just imagination and composing. So he talks. So Gange Jamune Jeva Godavari Saraswati Narmade Sindhu Kaveri Jalesmin Sannidhim Kuru. This is the mantra we chant before doing yajna, before even taking bath. When you take bath, even from the tap, it's okay, but connect to that connection, to the lineage of the rivers. Rivers we call as mother. Like Earth also, we say mother, right? Bharata, Mata. So like that, he composes this Narmada Ashtakam. He is not afraid there. He says, why should I be afraid? I know. So by listening to the Narmada Mata, subsides and goes away. And seeing this, the Guru was, who will be most happy when a student attains the greatness. So the Govindapada tells Shankara, he was so happy. Yes, I have done my duty, I have passed on to the eternity. He instructs Shankara to go to Kashi. So after going to Kashi, what happened? Another day, probably when I get the chance, we'll talk. These are all wonderful things we should listen. And what happened to Govindapada? He goes back to, again, he came for this purpose only to Narmada, goes back to his guru, Badri Ashram, he goes. So this is how Shankaracharya got his guru and Brahma Vidya from him. Then, of course, he composed many things from many places. Lived only 32 years, but 16 years he was studying and all that, and simultaneously composing. And another 16 years he took Vijayam. So there is a Prachina Shankara Vijayam. Like that, there were some his journey about that. Some records are available, but Brihat Shankara Vijayam, written by his own friend 5 year older student who was with him, he became a student. That is the real authority from which what is available, we all got this, his story about Adi Shankaracharya, right? So Patanjali, Adi Shankaracharya and Adi Shankaracharya's guru. And this Narmada Shadakam, you can listen and understand the meaning. Even there, the name of Nachiketa comes. Shankaracharya sings because Guru Parambara, they remember all those things. There is some connection. So I don't want to take time for that to hear now. You can listen, and of course, Google will give you the meaning also there. It's a beautiful Shadakam. Shadakam means 6. Nirvana Shadakam, like that. Or Ashtagam. If it is Narmada Ashtagam, Ashtagam means 8. Either 6 stanzas or 8 stanzas. Like that only many of the compositions are there. So many Ashtagams, Shadakams he has written. More of Ashtagam are there. Okay. So with this, I think we'll stop and go for pranayama. Anyone would like to share or talk? I saw a question, how long Shankaracharya was born? He was 788 AD, 8th century, he was born in Kaladi, Kerala. And he lived only for 32 years. That means in 802. You calculate, 788 to 800 and whatever it is. Okay, 32 years only he lived. And his end was, he went to Kedarnath. He just goes walking. That's all. Nobody accompanied him from there. He said, okay, stop on. He told all of this stop, and that's also nobody could catch his, find his body or anything like that. What happened? Yes, he emerges. That is the real story. And there is some historians, some are written that he lived even much before 1000, even 2000 plus years back and all that. You forget, but what is important is his teachings, right? History, who wants today, many things are distorted, and it's okay. Essence of that is more important, right? Okay. So anyone would like to share or say anything, please come forward. You would have heard the story of Shankaracharya, how he became, a monk also. As a child, he wandered a crocodile, caught him when he went for this all creation, just for certificate. His father died early, so Mother Aryamba was taking care of him, and he wanted to take monkhood, sannyasa. So for that, he created this divine story. Crocodile catches his leg, so he cries, then mother comes. Then he says, if you agree for sannyasa, crocodile will leave me. So she has no choice, she accepts. But he promises, you are alone, I know, but your last days I'll be there, even if I became sannyasi. So that's why against normal practices of days, a monk is not supposed to come and do the last rites of a mother, but he comes because Divya Drishti, he gets the message, he comes there and he does that also last rites. Right? No one is. Okay. Let's then go for pranayam, followed by Omkara meditation, listening to the beautiful divine voice of Sadguru, connected to us through our Ashok and Rajalakshmi ji. Right. So let us take a comfortable meditative posture with spine erect, eyes gently closed, and let go all the stress, tension, or whatever unwanted things from our body and mind be here and now. Taking deep breath, inhaling divine energy, which is abundantly available, freely available. You are not just taking there from the Prakriti, all the prana, Shakti you are getting, and which washes off all the negativity. Feel that you are releasing everything which is not needed now. In this understanding, relax the body and mind. Then let's purify our meridians, nadis, by nadi shuddhi pranayama at your own pace, at least 5 cycles, that's 2. Closing the eyes, total awareness, arise awake, as Swami Vivekananda said, be awake throughout. Breath is the link between body and mind, and breath is the vessel. The content is prana. You are getting prana shakti. Every cell enjoys it. Every cell is intelligent. So with that, let's connect to every cell of our body, then connect to the inner world. Let us start the journey. Starting from Chandra Nadi, left nostril, exhale fully. Slowly, deeply inhale. Holding for a while, Kupaka. Rechaka through right nostril, Surya Nadi. Waiting for a while. Then inhale. Puraka. Kupaka. Okay. One cycle, continue. If you are done, let's go in to our inner world, sanctum sanctum of our temple, this body. And meet Angushta Matra Purusha. Omkara Bindu Samyuktam Nityam Gayanti Yoginaha Kamadam Mochadam Cheva Omkaraya Namo Namah.
Om. 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 ಓಂ